Welcome one and all to another full moon crystal grid build. I am your host, Crystal Chaos, and today is the full strawberry moon on the solstice of summer here in June 2024. And this is going to be an interesting grid because the first thing that happened when I started writing this down months ago was just the songs from Greece. You know, summer lovin' ain't it so grand. But that's kind of the vibes of what we're gonna be working with. So to kind of think about that, let's call in the directions and get this place going. Let us start to the east, to the winds, to the freedom of movement, the ever-seeking desire of knowledge, the endless pursuit for life and more. We welcome you in. To the south, to the fires, to the flames that fuel our souls, to the beatings of our heart, to the light that guides us and that passion that drives us and pushes us forward. We welcome you in. To the west, to the earth beneath our feet, to Mother Nature, our goddess beneath, the provider of all life, of all things that exist on this plane of existence. All that nourishes our bodies and souls. We welcome you in. And to the north, to the waters that flow deep within the ocean, as deep and vast and endless as our souls. That wisdom, that ancientness, we call and we welcome you in. To the Sky Father above, the one whose creation made us also, whomever you may call them. The giver of life, though it may not have nurtured and brought us to, it is because of them that we are here. We welcome you in. And to the here, to the now, for there is no past, there is no future, there is only the present. Time is but a construct. And yes, I'm going to start by already putting the centerpiece in as a signifier. This is kyanite with garnet, to give you a little hint of what that could be pushing towards. And with further ado, let us begin. And we shall start with what is going to be our center. Firstly, dropping stuff in plants. Oh no. Small crystals are difficult sometimes. But first, we are going to be starting with Rhodonite. Yes, I realize there's a word of crochet in there, but it doesn't matter. But Rhodonite is an emotional balancer and nurturer for love, enduring brotherhood and harmony. Helps to stimulate and heal the heart, grounding and balancing the yin and the yang, aiding in reconciliation with long-term pains and abuse, breaking free of codependency and emotional self-destruction, walking through past life's betrayals and abandonments and clearing the emotional wounds and scars that were created from it. Helps promote unselfish self-love and forgiveness, helping you to take back projections of misdirection and one-sided blame, helping to release the sense of revenge and other self-destructive impulses. And this is like self-love and communal, like getting together with your friends and your brothers and people you can rely on and hold true to themselves. Like, if we're gonna have a summer of love, there's nothing more loving than good old Rhodonite. It's gonna help to bring forth what it is we really need and bring balance into this energy, because we all know that love can be a little bit chaotic at times. And to kind of go with this in the center, we have Bixbite. Now, Bixbite is of the beryllium family, so it's similar to aquamarine, emerald, morganite, but it's more of the red color, as you can see. And this helps to open and re-energize the root chakra and harmonize the heart to universal love, helping with physical energy and helping to induce compatibility and harmony in relationships. It's a stone of right timing, helping us to bring about completion of past projects that it's time for things to end, and then there's time for things to begin. Bixbite is great for that, especially when you're going into a whole new dynamic of self and being. And I know for some people, this is a very, very poignant concept, because there's a lot of change happening. And like, relationships are starting for people who haven't had them in a long time. Perspectives of what we thought we wanted to do are changing and ending. New career paths are opening up. Things that get you in more alignment with your heart, especially in the security of that. And it's fairly easy to see how the Rhodonite and the Bixbite are coming together to work together, because it's like, hey, things are coming together. We're going to be more grounded. We're going to be more stable. We're going to be more secure. This is how we're going to do it. And before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to start throwing in some connections so I don't lose track of a pattern that's coming in, because we got kyanite here already. We're going to be utilizing kyanite as a bridge, because that's what it's here for. It just connects and bridges energies together as well. How did I fuck that up? Okay, there we go. As well as it helps keep that energy clean and clear and positive. As you see, I'm using both green and blue kyanite. The green is going to help direct it more in a heart-related flow. So it's going to bridge everything to the heart first and then send it out, whereas this is just going to bridge the connections as they come. Next, we're bringing in two stones, but they're so similar and they work so well together, it doesn't make sense to separate them. It is Hiddenite, and it's pink compatriot, Kunzite. Alright. So. Now, Hiddenite and Kunzite are a lithium aluminum silicate. So think about lithium as a medicine. What's it do? It helps to calm and soothe the nervous system. Aluminum's just kind of a neutral conductor. So again, keeping everything flowing in this direction of very calming, very soothing, very relaxing. Kunzite is very high vibrational, connects into unconditional love, induces deep meditative states. So if you struggle with meditation, working with Kunzite is very helpful. Help to dispel negativity, putting a protective sheath around our aura, dispelling the entities and influence that do us harm, helping us to adjust to the pressures of life by removing unnecessary obstacles, helping to bring back memories and feelings for those with a lost childhood. So again, when you're getting in touch with your heart, to do so, you're going to reconnect with deeper aspects of yourself, which most poignantly is our inner child. And something that my own relationships taught me to pay attention to is like, when people have always told us to follow our heart, they were talking about our inner child's heart. What would make our inner child happy, safe, secure? And if you've never had that and you are going to, the emotional release and connection to that is going to be poignant, to say the least. And then with Hiddenite, it comes in, supports new beginnings, grounding spiritual love, helping to transfer higher knowledge and to our mental and emotional spheres, and helping to soothe those who've been in very difficult life struggles. So it's like the change in the bringing in of these new emotions, even though it's like it's something we've all longed and desired for, it's a process. It's not something that can just come quickly. And it's going to be emotional. It's going to be very emotional, both before it happens and while it's happening, because that's the process of change. And before I put these guys down, I'm going to bring over its compatriot, which is going to be Green Aventurine. Now, Green Aventurine here is a very positive stone. It's kind of has a gardener's energy to it. It's a nurturer and helps you to grow and take care of yourself. It helps to guard against energetic vampirism, particularly of the heart, bringing the mind and heart into balance and harmony. Helps with emotional recovery by helping us live in our hearts. It's an all-around comforter and healer, bringing a sense of well-being and calm, and helps to establish what makes you happy or not. Because it's like, it's good to know what makes you happy. That's great. It's even more important to know what doesn't. And if we keep surrounding ourselves with things that don't make us happy, and we wonder why we're not getting the change and growth and whatever it is we're looking for, it's kind of looking us in the face. All right, let's go grab these guys. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I want these to point because things are gonna swiftify. See if I can go boop boop. Now this is a lot of heart energy, very particularly in a sense of safety and security. And if it's something that you've not had before or not experienced in a long, long time, it'll be a little bit on the shocking side. It'd be kind of uncomfortable for a while, but it kind of is what it is. I think I'm gonna go pop. Oop. Anyone who's gonna be a random? I think it's gonna be one of these guys. It's gonna be a little sneak peek of another one coming in, but it's not important right now. Yeah, life likes to throw some curveballs at us, especially when it's like we think we're doing better than what we are, and that we've been making a lot of progress, because we have. But sometimes we forget that amongst all this pain and strife and struggle, that, we are kind of entitled to some good things as well. We spend so much of our life struggling, unless we're born well off, that we don't seem to know anything else. And which is why one of the biggest obstacles a lot of people who have severe depression or any kind of relationship related trauma is we don't know anything else or different. So to think that something good can actually come our way is wait, what? You mean I can have good things too? And it's a lot of us have developed some very kind of negative outlooks towards life and the world around us as defense mechanisms, that we forget that those negative outlooks, for say something like, oh, it is what it is, or shit happens. It's yeah, those are overtly negative more than anything. But at the same time, there's a flip side. Because it's okay, shit happens. Is all shit bad? Sometimes it's good. We know with slang that we can change the meanings of words. Crazy, mad, bad, wicked, wild. Those all have negative connotations and meanings that we can shift and give positive. So, that idea of it is what it is with a self-defeating attitude, change it over to, it is what it is, and it's fucking amazing. It's fucking great. Or, shit happens. Yeah, sometimes good shit happens. Nothing wrong with that now, is there? Next, we shift into a very popular and prominent stone in this community, but Sunstone. Sunstone is related to moonstone and like labradorite. It's got this lovely orange sheen to it. This is a root, sacral, and solar plexus stone. So with all of these being more heart oriented, this is coming from deeper, or it's going to start deeper and work its way up. Like it's actually going to start with the Bixbite and help shoot that energy up and outwards. So Sunstone helps to align you with your life's path by completing karmic contracts and releasing those that are no longer appropriate or apply to you. Helps to protect you against the destructive forces, instilling joy in life and heightening your intuition. Helps to nurture yourself, returning to the sweetness of life, helping you to release self-shame. It's said to be associated to God's benevolence, as it's been used towards sun gods, luck gods, fortune gods over the centuries and eons. Helps to remove energetic hooks from other people, so it's good in cord cutting. So if in some of this new change and beginning that you're going through, you're having to let people go, Sunstone's going to come in and be like, hey, let me help with that. Helping to remove inhibitions and hangups and the concepts of failure and abandonment, which, again, I can speak from personal experience on some of that. Like, shit's real. Like, we all struggle. We all feel things. It's not easy for everybody. Sometimes we just need a sense of a little luck. A little bit like the sun's actually shining on our faces and not trying to like burn us alive, because we are entering into summer. It's going to get hot. But let that heat, let that sunlight, let it be rejuvenating. Let it bring new life and change into your path. Life is only as hard as we make it. And if we start getting out of our own way, stop letting our past and our bad habits of letting others have too much control over us, we can actually remove ourselves from these toxic situations and become stronger, become healthier, become more alive. In our own way. And lastly, but not least, the final stone to make this grid complete is another great, wonderful summer stone. Another personal favorite, but Larimar. From the Dominican Republic, the only place in the world this beautiful ocean blue stone exists. But Larimar is deeply nurturing, radiating love, and as it restores your strength, especially after hard spiritual work, releasing self-sabotage, self-imposed bonds, inappropriate burdens, attached entities, reawakening inner wisdom and the ability to manifest, helping to draw in a soulmate that's going to be a healing of karmic and traumatic relationships, instead of those soulmates who are the causes and the sources of those traumas and karmic relationships. It helps to stimulate creativity by going with the flow, bringing you both calmness and equilibrium. and it helps to connect to the earth goddess, bringing women back to their femininity and restoring connection to nature. So again, you can see very easily how Larimar is going to come in and play with the energies of everything here. Like deep inner core heart work, kind of at the base of everything, reminding us of who we are, why we're here, what we're doing, taking it all into consideration, and trying to keep ourselves safe at the same time, you know? Protected, loved, doing what's best for us and our heart and our well-being. And anybody who tries to tell you otherwise is showing you exactly how they feel about your health and well-being. They don't value it more than their own. Which, yeah, you should always put yourself first, but in a situation of someone else's betterment, in a situation that's got nothing to do with you, you should always encourage them, always wish them well. Never try to hold them back, restrict them, manipulate them into doing what's best for you, what you want them to do, because that's not what it's about. Because again, the only person you should ever listen to when it comes to making decisions for you and your life is you and your significant other. Because they're the one in your life. Everyone else is basically a passerby. And that includes family, friends, co-workers, colleagues, anyone who isn't directly there. Like, they ain't sharing your bed. They're not, cooking your meals at night. They don't know your personal struggles. Those people are just there because, well, they have to be. Most of the people that are in our lives, if they weren't involved in the situations where they're at, they probably wouldn't be there in the first place. Yeah. And now we're going to bridge some gaps, pushing things together for better connection, utilizing good old kyanite, as we do, as it is here for. So I want to go in green. And green. Yeah, leave in the comments. Let us know what changes are coming this summer for you. What are you looking forward to? What's bringing joy back into your life? Right? Like, let's leave out any of the Like, oh, so and so who did me wrong is getting theirs. Like, that's got nothing to do with you. That's just your ego still being butthurt, trying to hold on. It's like, nah. Like, what's good going on for you? Like I was saying earlier, one of the healthiest relationships I've ever had in my life is coming here and finally going to be in person. And it feels like I've been waiting for years. Because in essence, I have been. I just wasn't ready. And then at other points, they weren't ready. And now, without further ado, basically, it's all like, hey, how you like me now? And it's like, I like you pretty good. Well, what you gonna do about it? I don't know why your gap is so big. 2, 4, 6, 5. Pop up. How are we feeling right now? Oh yeah, there we go. How's that look through that lens? Ooh. Mostly symmetrical. Nothing's perfect. That being said, wrong one. I have a feeling this will be fairly easy to bring together. Just gonna start that in the center, the north and the south. And there it goes. Okay, that's crooked. That's crooked as fuck. Sorry. Okay, now it's more straight. There. And this is a very nurturing, healing grid, very much directed towards the heart. It's kind of the energetic flow for the beginning of summer. And we haven't really had anything start this kind of gently. Because typically when doing heart work, it's very, very intense. It can be rather painful sometimes. Where it's like, this is a very much just letting the flow happen. You know, it's like we're just riding the waves of this tsunami that we've been creating for ourselves. But it's not a destructive tsunami. We're creating a wave for us to ride on, to carry us on this path we're entering to. And I think it's kind of nice to actually have that sensation of this is coming, it's going to be a big wave and a big change. But it's one we've prepared ourselves for. It's one we've created knowingly and willingly. This is a future for us, to us, by us, and anyone we decide to have involved, because it's not a solo journey, because we got brotherhood coming in, we got community, we have the sense of nurturing and being nurtured, taking care of ourselves and others, putting our wants, needs, and desires to an actual focus instead of sitting on a back burner as they've done for years. Now it's our time, right? Let's feel this, let's embrace this, let's become this. Let's first ground the shit out of this, because it's going to get a little wild. But yeah, this is a start of our summer. This is the beginning of this change. Even though it may feel like a lot of this change has been starting and taking place for a while now, this is it finally actually coming to fruition. This isn't just, oh, hey, you had this, this idea you had? It's, oh, hey, our plans are happening. Our goals are happening. Our dreams are happening. It's just, do you actually want it or not? Or was it to you just that? A dream, a pipe dream, a fallacy? I say nay. Make it reality. For the difference between a dream and reality is how much work you decide to put into it. And if that dream requires other people to be involved, then you must also take into account how much the other people are willing to put into it. Because say people are just talking out their ass, that ain't going to do us any good. This is going to help us find out who those people are. Because you're going to start making those moves. You're going to start pushing forward. And as you push forward, those who are going to hold you back are going to try to stop you. They're going to try to be like, oh, I don't want you to feel guilty about me expressing this to you, but it's going to be really difficult for me once you're no longer available for blah, 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 blah. Like, that's manipulative shit. That's bullshit. They're just holding you back for their own selfish needs, gains, and desires. Has nothing to do with you. Or anybody who's like, they're all talk, but no action. It's like, it's gonna kick them in the face when they see you changing, you growing, you adapting. And those who don't like your success will make it known. So without further ado, let us seal this deal. With the sacred smoke. For the sacred toke. And one for everybody to come on in. Well, I hope for you guys this is a good resemblance of how our summer is coming to fruition, how we are going to approach these new beginnings, these changes, this flow of tides that are coming through from all these waves we've been slowly creating. And with that, I bid you all adieu and a wonderful full moon cycle. Bye-bye now.